You're listening to For Better and Worse with Jess and Rach.
Check. Wait, I don't see my voice. Oh, yeah, I do.
Welcome back, Jizz.
Back with the nickname, too.
Yes.
People are that's what they're going to think my name is on the pod.
It's a nickname, and they know it.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be like a public nickname.
It is now.
It is now.
Jizz Master. Jizz
Thanks,
for short.
guys. Joe. Joe is my name. Thanks for having me back, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been calling you Joey a lot more.
Well, Joey's what I'm used to. Family, friends. That's probably the base name.
And you just said that you want to go by that more. You just said this to me.
I think I'm meeting so many Joes now that like I'm in the real world for the past like 20 years. But maybe I should stand out a little bit. Like, do I add the Y to the end of the name?
But you think that Joey makes you stand out a lot more?
How many adult Joeys do you know?
But maybe it's giving off childhood vibes. It's giving off immaturity.
Oh, the kid never grew up.
Yeah.
That's true. Let's just play around with it. We'll see how it goes. I won't introduce Joey to the workplace, but maybe just go by Joey in
But I
public.
think you can change it once you've already been introduced.
You can change it.
Like when you're meeting someone new around people that already refer to you as Joe and you're just Joey.
Yeah, it would be weird. Actually, it would be weird just to introduce myself as Joey in general.
It would just, yeah.
It just comes off.
Yeah. We'll table it.
Yeah. We'll keep it in-house.
Keep it in-house.
Yeah.
We'll circle back as needed.
But for all of you listeners, Jizzy or Joey works.
Either way. Either way is fine. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah. Season of love.
Season of Amore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It was a low-key Valentine's Day here.
Very low-key. I was just going to talk about what we did if people are wondering.
I think the reason it was low-key is not because we're lazy. It's not because we hate Valentine's Day. I think we both like it. I think whenever you get to celebrate love, that's cool. But we are on Just Phrase, full glass every single night. I feel like we have something to do. So when Monday came around, work kicked our ass. Let's just shut down. We made dinner. We had wine. Dumb little gifts.
But that's what we do for Valentine's Day. We give each other
Yeah.
corny gifts, like bullshit gifts. That was the thing about Valentine's Day for us. We were like, this is really corny. I don't really like Valentine's Day. It's not my favorite. But it's fun to receive.
We don't hate it.
Yeah. But we would always give each other like candy and just the bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
Teddy bears, stupid, silly stuff.
I did not give her teddy bears.
No.
No. I don't think I've ever given you a teddy bear. I don't think I've ever given you a stuffed animal.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way.
Yeah. That's something Joey would do.
Oh, I was just going to say it. Joey gives stuffed animals.
Joey gives stuffed animals.
Yeah, man.
Well, actually, no. There is one. And he goes by Frankie Ocean.
Oh, that was a purchase we had to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was a giant stuffed animal killer whale at Target.
Giant, like life size.
And I just, kind of moment. And I was like, I need this. And Joe's like, throw it in the bag, throw it in the cart.
What a dumb purchase, man.
That's not a dumb purchase.
We have a life-size killer whale in our attic right now because we neglected it after getting dogs.
No, the Joker stole him.
No, they don't know about the Joker.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah. The Joker took Frankie Ocean.
Yeah, they do know that you play these pranks and you go to full length with them.
Yeah, a lot of if you're gonna prank somebody, it's actually not a prank. It's just like a fun interaction. Yeah,
it's a puzzle. It was a puzzle.
It was
a scavenger hunt.
A scavenger hunt, but like, I don't know if you're gonna do it. Like, do it. Get in a costume, decorate the house, put together puzzle pieces.
Joe doesn't half-ass anything. He's not gonna half-ass a scavenger hunt.
No, not
or
when
a
it comes to something
kidnapping.
fun.
So that's the whole premise of the story. Joe pretended to be the Joker and kidnapped our killer stuffed whale, Frankie Ocean. This sounds crazy. We sound like crazy people. And there was like a scavenger hunt and clues that were planted to get him back.
Yes.
And we've done that quite a bit.
You know what we'll do? We can post some of the video footage.
I have before.
Okay. Because otherwise it does look really weird.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
Yeah, that's okay.
But if you don't get it, sorry.
If you don't get it, sorry.
Okay, Joe, what else is new? What else have we been doing? Catch the people up.
Well, first off, welcome to our house.
Well, yeah. Hey, welcome to our house, everybody.
We are not filming at Gather today.
No, we're coming at you live from
Cleveland
Heights, the East Side.
East Side, guys, it's so underrated.
We love it here.
Seriously, Cleveland Heights is one of the best Cleveland. I don't even want to call it a suburb because we're right next to the downtown, but
it's pretty urban.
Yeah, it's a good spot. We love it.
We do, but we are actually trying to move, so.
We are. The conversation is really heating up that maybe Joey's got to buy a house.
Joey's got to move to the burbs.
Let's not say burbs yet. It is. I grew up in the burbs. I love the burbs. What a great place to grow up and like have friends. But now being, just outside the city, having access to everything we want in walking distance.
Yeah, we're very lucky here. But
you know what really freaks me out about moving to the suburbs?
What?
Going to bed. I am so afraid to go to bed and not hear like cars or people outside.
And what's crazy about that is I'm like so stoked for that. Like I want to hear the crickets. I want to hear the frogs.
Crickets and your own dark thoughts when you try to go to sleep.
Yes, that's relaxing.
No, cars driving by, you're like, hey, at least I'm not that guy driving around at 2 a.m. At least I'm in my bed right now. That makes you comfy.
But you know what? Getting out of the Heights, you will avoid what you just encountered on your way here.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm trying to sell the Heights. I don't want to not sell it.
But the Heights is so diverse, so eclectic that you don't know what you're gonna get here.
Some people think maybe they get a little bit too much freedom on the road. Unfortunately, today, before I got home, this is tough to share. At a red light, I'm about to turn onto our street. I look to my left. The guy looks back at me. He's in his car, and he's going to town.
He's jerking it.
He is locked in to a moment of self-gratification.
If you will.
I'm going to try to be polite about it. One, actually, I shouldn't be polite to him. That's
horribly
inappropriate.
But, what is he thinking about? Does he have, the phone propped up?
No, I think he had his fetish. I think he wanted to get caught.
Oh, little,
is it voyeurism?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was into the idea of because he was parked on the side of the street. He wasn't in traffic.
Joe, you're the one that got him off because you looked at him dead in the face.
No, I probably killed his boner when he looked at me.
Well, if he's into looking at people looking at him.
You don't want a Joey looking at you. Because my face was just such shock. I know I was jaw dropped, probably one eyebrow out. Wait, is this what I'm seeing?
What?
Because he tried to play it cool, but also he was up and running.
There ain't no hiding it at that point.
You can't. He was
full
probably,
throttle.
You couldn't stop. Yeah, full throttle.
Full throttle.
No,
full speed ahead.
But I don't want to make light of it because what he is doing is so horrible, and I hope at some point he gets caught because Cleveland Heights is too cute. We got a lot of people around here. We can't.
That's the Heights for you. You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get. So if that guy is a listener,
lock it up, dude.
Go to your house.
Lock it up, man. Can't be out here.
Yeah, look at a mirror or something.
Can't be out here, dick out on the road, okay?
Dick out.
Get it together.
In his car.
What is his name?
I didn't see the penis.
Obviously, what does his name look like? If you could.
Oh, what did his name look like? I don't want to trash somebody's name.
I need a visual here because I'm getting one. I'm not sure.
Go. Let me hear it and see if it's right.
No, I'm getting a visual of what's happening, but I want to know further.
He's a Neil.
He's a Neil.
He's a Neil. Neil. That's the name.
Okay, when I think of Neil, I think corporate guy.
Oh, he was not a corporate guy.
Okay.
No. He didn't look like he was not put together, but
he's a Neil.
Anybody who on the corner of South Taylor Street pulling the Laffy Taffy is not a corporate guy.
Pulling the Laffy Taffy.
I'm trying to keep it PG.
Well, the podcast is rated R. I don't know if you know.
This is rated R?
It's rated X. Generation X.
So, Neil, just go home.
Hey, Neil.
Talk to a doc. Go to therapy. Fix what you got. Because
we're here to tell you as a therapy police, get after it.
You're going to find yourself in some serious trouble, man. You're gonna be on a list with a lot of other Neils that you don't want to be on, and you have to tell your neighbors where you live. So you gotta lock it up, buddy.
Oh, Neil's a sex offender guy.
Disclaimer, all Neils are not sex offenders.
Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
Coming at you from a legal standpoint,
Yes.
as always. Thank you. It's
You
much
got it.
appreciated. What else have we been doing, Joe? Let's see. We went out. We've had
We did.
January is the month of birthdays.
So many birthdays.
And then it rolls into some more birthdays. So we just celebrated our friend Danielle's 30th.
Yes.
We posted up at a dive bar.
The
Jess and
ultimate dive
Joe
bar,
on some
guys.
dive bar energy.
The ultimate dive bar.
It is. So it's the oldest bar in Cleveland. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Shout out Harbor Inn. Are we allowed to give shout out to companies?
We could shout out companies.
Yeah,
We would love a sponsor.
It was such a great spot. We've been there a few times.
Yeah.
But we really found our corner of that bar, and we were there.
We
for
didn't leave.
hours.
We swamp ass Saturday on the bar, man.
With the whole crew. It wasn't just Jess and I.
We had the touch tunes going. I don't know about you guys or if you know this about me, but I used to drop couple thou on the touch tunes. That is truly my biggest toxic trait, is just running a jukebox like that. But also, I'm just paying money.
Well, I knew when I met
you're
you
budgeting.
you were still really into touch tunes. I didn't know that you purchase songs per location. You don't have a touch tunes account that you can play anywhere.
The best part is that they'll save your credits
but you
at
can't
your location.
At your location though. But you can't use Harbor Inn credits at another bar. Touch tunes is
No,
genius.
it's just credits. It's just credits. I think it's just credits in general. You buy them and they'll roll over.
If you're at another bar?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it'll just save your last played
All right,
for
never
that.
mind. Forget what I was saying.
I think it's been
I
a
thought
while.
you had to buy new credits per touch tunes.
I don't think so,
location.
but I don't really know because most of the time I'm using touch tunes. I'm a little
Yeah,
lop-sop.
we probably should have cut off the touch tunes that night.
Danielle was really throwing them out there though.
It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Danielle.
Shout out 30th. You know what we did do though?
What's that?
We ordered an Uber on our way home.
We did.
I ordered Pizza Hut.
The power move, though.
Which is a
Jess.
power move. I always do this. When we're on our way home, I will immediately get on DoorDash, and I want my food and me showing up at the same time. I don't want to waste a single
She
second at
surprises
my
me
house.
every time. I have no idea. I didn't even think about the food.
It's a surprise for you, Joey. It's a surprise because I want you to be like, yes, thank you.
I was
to be surprised
so jacked when you
with
came
a
up with
hot
the idea.
meat with
with
food.
hot pizza.
Pizza Hut does us dirty every time,
We have
especially
a
the one
really
around
rough
here
Pizza
is
Hut.
straight trash. So we had situations with the Uber. Pizza was ice cold by the time that we
It
got to
sat. We still have. 8 inches out there of snow.
Okay, it's a little excessive, but
8 inches. 8 inches of snow. And it sat there on our porch for probably 25 minutes. Just it was in the fridge. Pizza.
it was
in the
rock
fridge.
hard. But we didn't. Did that stop us? Hell no.
No, I think I ate half of it.
You went full savage on the breadsticks, guys. The breadsticks were not cut, and then they were also rock solid.
It was just a giant
So it's
stick
just
of
a
bread.
giant
Rectangle.
I kept calling it a crouton, just one big fucking crouton, and Joe's like, I'm actually kind of into it. I'm into it.
It
I'm
was
like,
just salt.
You are so gross. But what did we do? We made a drunken video for our future kids. So if you're lucky enough, if I'm feeling open to embarrassing ourselves, I might post it.
No, we cannot post that.
Oh,
It's so embarrassing.
it's so awkward. We're not expecting. But I don't know where it was that
It was a genius idea, and I kind of like the idea of saving all of our drunk videos for our kids.
It was one of those things that I appreciated not having kids, and I want to remember those moments because when I have kids, things will be great, but I'm not going to be able to get drunk and
No, we're not going to Uber home and order pizza in advance.
not as much as we are now.
No, yeah.
And so I was like, remember this? This is what your mom and dad used to do.
I think that's funny. I think our kids
It
will
was funny.
laugh, and also could be a deterrent from underage drinking.
Don't be like us.
Don't be like mom and dad in their early 30s because it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. And the older we get, drinking just sucks.
Can't get it together.
What is it, you guys? Huh?
You get like oh, was that a Chris Farley reference? Today is
Happy birthday, my guy.
Well, it would have been, I think, like his 58th or something.
Guys, it's Chris Farrell's
Not 58.
birthday today.
52.
You guys know me, big fan. I'm a big fan, so rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chris. Thanks for the laughs.
A moment of silence for him?
Yeah. Ready? Would he do a moment of silence?
I think he would want us to laugh.
No.
Okay.
I think he would want us to laugh.
Okay, we did what he wanted.
So go watch the best of Chris Farley this next weekend.
That's a plug.
And give some credit to him.
Yes.
But no, like when it comes to drinking, at age I'm 32, I'll own it. You get like a 6-minute buzz before you're sick or tired.
Yes.
It hit me so quick.
A 6-minute, nothing more, nothing less. When you're like, I'm on top of the world. Like, this is the best feeling
I'm on the
ever.
bottom of the world right after.
And then it all goes to shit. And then just the anxiety for me has just been getting out of control.
Yeah, so describe anxiety, because I usually don't get it, but you can't even have a sip of wine without tomorrow being like
it's
morning.
beer. So I'm actually trying to narrow it down, like where it comes from. And it's mostly beer and light beer, and I just like hit it hard. But I wake up, I mean, my heart is absolutely racing. Like my heartbeat is so fast, and I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, who did I talk to? Who hates me? What conversations did I have? I absolutely embarrassed myself. But here's the reality of it all. After 24 hours pass, and it's a 24-hour rule, you come to reality. And I'm thinking to myself all the time after I wake up, I'm like, these were my best fucking friends. Like, they don't think don't think any differently. Like, I didn't have any other conversation that I wouldn't have with them normally. But something about that is just not great. It's not great. It takes like a full 24 to get rid of, and it sucks.
What's so weird though is like, I don't know if we've ever been like so drunk that we should carry the Scaries. You're always like in control. I've never seen you out of control. I know I stay away from that. So like, it is weird that even if you have like a pretty chill night with some beer, you're like, man, I just feel so off. I
just feel like with alcohol, you get ballsy, right? So you're just gutsy, you're getting emotional. You're having deeper conversations than you'd normally have, and I don't know, maybe that's what it is. But those aren't still like any different than what I would normally have. So
no, it is like
it's a shitty feeling. Maybe I should just get back on my tequila kick, and we'll be good.
Another version of the Sunday Scaries. That's what it is.
What's that?
Like the Sunday Scaries.
What about them?
Like you always refer to Sunday Scaries as like anxiety, like I'm hungover and I have anxiety.
Oh yeah.
But like I think Sunday Scaries are like, oh god, I gotta go work.
No,
I have to go to work the next day. Like that stresses me out.
That's hard for me to relate to though.
Okay.
Just because
like the Sunday blues when you're like, that's my weekend. It's over.
Right. You don't like Sundays.
No, I don't. Even like Sunday mornings, it sucks. Like everybody's like, oh, this is like the perfect morning. I'm like, I don't know. Next time I wake up, I have to go to the office.
You said, I don't know. But what a waste of a day for you to just be worrying about the next day.
It does.
What a way to live.
It does.
That's something Joey would do. Joey needs to.
No, Joey's don't care. Joey's don't give a shit what day of the week it is.
Oh yeah.
Joe's, they hate Sundays.
Joey drinks every night. Just slams, Bud Lights.
Like if I hear the phrase Joey, like it's just that guy's a Joey Tribiani. There's no setting that aside.
Oh, I never made that connection.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Say something, Joe.
You know,
okay.
You just made me forget. I froze up. I didn't know what to say. I just like,
I was just really checking.
I don't even know what that noise was.
I was just checking the mics, and you're like,
I thought you were saying like start a convo.
Who go?
I haven't froze like that in forever.
I'm embarrassed for you.
You know what I'm so ready for?
Talk to me.
I saw this tweet, and I'm so sorry. I don't think I liked it. I don't think I saved it. I wish I would give credit. And it just said like, hey, everybody, only 41 more days until the sun sticks around till like 7 p.m. And the first comment under the tweet was, I don't know if I got 41 days in me. Like, seriously? I never get the winter, like, what is it called? The winter blues or like,
yeah.
But this February, and it's only like the 15th, I am just like dragging. That
reminds me of this tweet that I shared today. It said, is anyone else losing it or is it just me and Kanye? Because we're done for.
Dude, Kanye at that Super Bowl.
I mean, if we're going to get into some yay talk.
I think he's gone.
Oh, he's done for. He's absolutely crazy. And also, like, His PR team must just be
They got to be a wreck.
shitting their dicks.
To be honest, does he even have a PR team anymore? Because if he does, should
They
probably
ain't
fire
doing their
somebody.
job.
Yeah.
Well, he deleted his whole Instagram after all those crazy posts.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
The legal pad post?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Kanye, get it together.
Get it together, brother.
You helped raise me. No, I mean,
He's
I wasn't
not a
really
good
going
dude.
through it. I don't know.
He's not a good dude.
That's a lot.
That's facts. But back to the blues.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
It's February, and it ain't good over here.
But
you know how I get.
February's are your worst month.
I get down.
You're a zombie.
Oh yeah, especially the more time I'm spending at home. But it's so hard, guys. It's like I want to save money, so I'm not going out and doing things. I know you can tell me that there's free things to do outside, and I could get out of my house.
Yeah, lock it up. There's not much free things.
But
to do in the snow.
I'm taking on household projects.
Oh yeah, big ones.
I've been killing it. So, in hopes that we move in the next year or so, we're gonna have to pack all this shit up. And I've been here for 7-8 years at this house.
Kind of streamline what we
Shit's just
own.
accumulated. Your girl's just filing through old memories, throwing everything out.
Donating it. We're not just tossing stuff. We should.
But no. I guess I should say I'm getting rid of it. I don't keep anything.
Nothing.
If I don't think about it in the past month, it's gone.
The most intense early spring cleaning I've ever seen you go through.
It's the only time I got. When spring hits, I am hitting the ground.
Not running. We're not becoming minimalist, even though I think we're both kind of into that idea of not fully minimalist. I don't know. I feel like when you tell me all the things you have, I'm like, how in the world did you get all of this? Because I don't see it.
Because I stuff it in closets, literally, and that's what I'm cleaning out now. I can't even open a closet without shit falling out. So I'm I guess I have to do something about it.
It feels so good.
Oh yeah, it does feel good. It's very rewarding. Very happy about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph.
Yes.
I'm just gonna call you every nickname in the book.
You can stick to Joe. I think that'll work. You can call me whatever you want.
Okay, Bubs. Next up, we are going to answer you guys submitted some questions for us.
This is why I love being a guest on the pod, because it's not just the question game you do when you're trying to date somebody, but it's you guys have the best questions. Your guests are so thoughtful.
Yeah, and they know us. They ask questions about
that fit.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's good. Okay.
Am I allowed to open this on the pod?
You got to do it right at the mic. That's how we do it.
It's
also,
not a beer, everybody.
Our dogs just absolutely snuck in. How did they get in? Olive and Pickle.
The door is shut. Our outside door is shut.
Yeah, but the wind. You know how the wind be.
LaCroix. LaCroix.
LaCroix. Hey, most elite flavor: key lime and limoncello. Don't at me.
Pamplemousse.
Don't at me. All right, Joseph. What's the best part about being married?
I mean, you can't say that. You can't give this answer without being cheesy, but
that's true.
I'll say this: when you're married, it's the ultimate sleepover. And when you're a kid, having sleepovers was a blast. Not when you're little and you're nervous and you want to go home. When you're in middle school or high school and you guys can't stop laughing at nothing. That's what you're being married. You're oh, I'm sleepover. Let's go upstairs. Let's go to bed.
It is. I always gotta say the same thing. It's being able to do everything with your best friend. Imagine that feeling of never wanting to leave your best friend when you were younger, but you get to do that every day. It's a never ending sleepover.
No, and the things you guys do at home, as a married couple, they can become type of a routine, but it's a routine that you crave. Whether it's oh, we get to play rummy when we want, or we get to we don't make dinner together all the time, but when we do, you have access to your best friend the entire night.
And making your own life. You get to choose. We're gonna listen to music and dance tonight. That's
on a
all
Tuesday.
Fun. What that's your unit, dude. I don't know. It's a different kind of connection, especially
your unit. That's a good way to put it.
It's your pod. It's your squad. It's just good. You get to do whatever you want.
And Jess and I got this new record player plug right behind us. Game
That's
changer.
what made me think of it.
Game changer for music while you're making dinner or just dancing on a random night together.
Obviously, which is what we do.
Yeah. Good question.
Should we take care of those puppers?
I think we should. Yeah. I don't want Olive is.
Can you just let him outside?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I move this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just swing it out. Swanging. Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Yes, hit me.
Okay, this question is, are you as particular with cleaning as Jess? If not, do you meet in the middle? If so, how?
Not even close. I am seriously not even close. Now, I'm not a messy person. I don't like being messy. But I don't see cleaning as intense as Jess does. I think the best way to put it is I'm really, really good at cleaning up, if that makes sense.
No, straightening up.
Straightening up.
Yeah.
Putting things away or making a bed or folding something, but I don't clean.
Not a deep, thorough guy.
No. And that's tough because I love it so much because it does feel good,
yeah.
but I just don't recognize it as a dire need.
Sure.
I am trying to meet in the middle. I like that part of the question. Because if we stayed where we're at, Jess on one extreme, me not recognizing that importance to her, that's going to be an issue that we need to deal with. So if we can both try to find a middle, I think that'll help.
Yeah, I feel like cleaning's is a tough topic for me.
It is.
But I truly when I'm cleaning and I'm in the zone.
She tells me to go to work, guys.
Yeah, so the only times I'm really thoroughly cleaning or doing these projects is when he's at work, because I have my own system. I'm in my head. I'm listening to music or podcasts, and I'm I enjoy that. I enjoy that time to myself. I am one of those people, and this sounds so annoying because I never knew myself to be this person, but I'm one of those, if it's not done my way, it's not done right. Only when it comes to cleaning.
Yeah, that really
I don't
is
give
the
a
only
shit about
aspect,
anything else. Believe me, I'm not the type of person. That trait really annoys me. So getting to cleaning, deeper in therapy, we're gonna be able to see what all of this actually comes from.
I mean, because it I'm not trying to call you out, but it's pretty intense.
It's very intense. So yeah, when you say cleaning, it's I am pretty, and it's gotten progressively worse. I wasn't always like this. Yeah.
The
So
last year and a half. And it's
know.
not because I think everybody wants a clean house. They want to wipe their counters down. I'm talking you're scrubbing things that are already spotless.
To you.
No.
Yeah, not to me. So there's your answer. We do not see eye to eye on this.
No.
But it's also, I find it really annoying when Joe is home and I'm cleaning. I've
get in the way.
I've happened upon a project, okay? And I'm in it. I'm so in it. And Joe's what can I do to help? I want to be helpful. I'm please sit down and leave me. I do not need help, but he obviously feels the need to be helpful. But I'm trying to communicate hey, that's not what I need you to do.
But I think we would do better if you were you guys are about to witness this. Go live. Yeah.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying is you could be yeah, Joe, you could help do this, but you're oh no, just go sit. I sit like this. I don't know what to do. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to look at my phone. I feel such a guilty person. So I go to work.
But here's the thing that I keep reiterating.
I know.
Is if I wanted something done, I would communicate that, and you have to trust that.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that's how we have to operate.
Next question.
And that's on therapy. Okay. Next question. Did you agree on when to get engaged? Advice for couples who don't. I like this question.
That's a really serious question.
Yeah, this is a hot take right now.
And we've seen it go both ways.
Correct. So in our situation, we did communicate beforehand.
Yeah. And slowly, it wasn't like an I promise ring or will you marry me if I ask you? It just slowly built I really love you. I want to spend a lot more time with you. I can see myself growing, spending my life with you. I want to spend my life with you. I feel
we had a few conversations wedding, marriage.
What do you think? Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
And they were 100% when are we getting engaged? And we even had that conversation probably next year we'll get engaged.
Yeah, so it was known that we were both there prior to me asking.
Right. And I differ from maybe some other people in that I never had a waiting period at all when it came to waiting for the ring.
Yeah.
I never.
No, I don't think you knew.
Because it was so quick. I mean, if you asked Joe when he knew he was going to marry me.
Oh, it was way before you thought of it, I think.
Second date. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Third, maybe.
No, but I feel once we had talked about it, there was already something like in the books to be planned that I kind of knew when it was happening.
Oh, like when the actual, but like, I mean, we invested a lot of time in each other first. So it wasn't like early. I mean, we were together over 2 years before I asked.
Right. But I felt like that timeline just was like perfect speed for me.
Yeah.
Like there was not a lot of waiting, which I'm thankful for, but I feel like maybe some people can relate to though. Like,
no, and I was a little bit older. I had a history.
Yeah.
So like I was pretty confident quicker than maybe a younger couple might be.
Okay.
But I have seen couples and not really any of my friends or anybody know more directly, but like where either the guy just has planned it so quick without any type of communication.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out like they just got engaged and you're like, oh, like the last time I heard, like they weren't even close to that point. So like,
right.
It can't just come out of the blue. I think there is a time frame. And also like there's other couples who it's 6-7 years and you're concerned as to why it hasn't happened. Like maybe a hard conversation needs to be had.
Well, that
when you know the other person wants it,
comes off to my head. It's like, why are you guys not communicating that? Like, why? I'm just wondering why that doesn't come up, because I feel like that was something. And also, not to say that we're perfect or like we communicate everything perfectly. No. Fuck no, we don't. But in this instance, we did, about like engagement and things kind of happen at like a certain pace. But if you are feeling like what the hell is the holdup, that's a conversation to be had. And I feel like this is me, my own personal preference, but if you can give me a timeline, that would just ease my anxiety. I want to know that you're committed. I know that you can say that to me, but like, let's just talk time frame if you do want to know.
Yeah.
But if you don't and you're like, I want it to be a full surprise,
you have to communicate that.
Just understand, like Rach and I talked about this a few episodes ago, just like expectations with engagements.
Oh man.
And it's just hard, you know. I think it's just really important to have those conversations with your partner and be like, this is the kind of ring I want. I want it to be private, or I want it to be in front of everyone. I want my family and friends there. Just those staple things. Just make sure your partner knows if you are highly anticipating the engagement.
Oh, absolutely.
Those are my tips.
The other thing, like you brought up, like why it's so important to communicate, like not what you want out of the engagement, but like your plan towards an engagement. Like, yeah, I do want to get married. I can remember, like, this is a hard story to share, but I told Jess I love her, and she said thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't say it back.
We said this on the pod.
Oh yeah, we did. But like
when you were first on.
But that type of your confidence there to like control when you were ready to say what you wanted to say prevented me from maybe asking too quick or putting too much pressure. So like, but if you didn't communicate that, I would have kept making those dumb decisions. So yeah, I mean, just communicate. If it's something you both want to do, then hell, go at it. But if one of you wants to establish it the right way, then give it that time. Yeah.
It says advice for couples who don't agree on when to get engaged.
Oh, wait, I missed that whole part. I'm sorry.
No, I think we did both. The question was, do you agree on when to get engaged? Did we agree? Okay.
Yeah.
But it says advice for happy couples who don't.
Yeah, I think what you said.
Yeah.
Like either...
I'd say communicate the big parts.
Is there a reason you don't want to get engaged? Is it maybe you're not into marriage, or maybe you're not into a long-term for me, or maybe you're not ready?
I feel like there's some questions there.
You got to answer it. Yeah.
We got to know. We're curious beings.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, and some of us just like a little control. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking to your partner. And I know that's like the scariest conversation, because it could lead to the, hey, like I was curious, why aren't you proposing? And then it's like, oh shit, you don't want to marry me.
Right.
And then you're both like, what are we even doing?
Mm-hmm.
But in most cases, I shouldn't say that, but I'm sure there's a lot of situations where the person might be a little bit overwhelmed by the idea, so they're hesitant, or they have a different idea of how it should go, but they still want to spend their life with you. So if you start the convo, you'll get the convo.
Right.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, this is the next question that I feel like will be a nice little segue into the meat, which I feel like we haven't even got to, and I'm like, what?
No, yeah.
I'm going to stop saying okay? Sorry, everybody. I've been doing
it
all fucking...
Everybody says
all last episode.
I always got mad when teachers in speech were like, oh, don't say
But once it's on your mind, or once it catches your attention when you're listening...
Oh, you're done for.
Game over. It's fucking death. Okay. Do you ever need a break from each other? What does that look like in a marriage?
Absolutely.
Great question. Yes. Yes. You need breaks from each other. I guess I could speak and say that I've never been, I guess in fights, I've gotten so frustrated that I felt the need to leave. But I'm not like, I mean, when I'm sick of him, I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of looking at your face. And it's like funny. We'll laugh about it. But there, I think realistically, we just spend so much time apart doing different things. I mean, I'm podcasting. Our schedules are complete opposites if you really think about it.
For most of the year, yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of allows us to give that chance to like miss each other and have that time apart. So that's what we do.
No, but like it was maybe 2 weeks ago where I think we went like 12 straight days of just like not being apart, which at first was like, wow, like we deserve this. We went through the whole summer, the whole fall. We have so much on our plate. This is so nice. But like, I just really did look at me like on the couch and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sick of looking at you. And I was probably like gross, like eating on the couch when I'm not allowed to. So like, there was probably reasons behind that. But like, yeah, like when you live with somebody, like, I don't know. There's a little bit of like want for some freedom. Yeah,
absolutely.
And it's not like, oh, I don't like her or I don't want to be with her. It's just like,
no,
hey,
it's never
give
that.
me 2 minutes.
It's never that. But I always know like in the future, I have this day I'm going to gather.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You have the freedom available when you're ready.
Yeah.
And also like just like has helped me. I don't do great when I'm on my own. Like alone time, I think I said this last time I was on. I'm just like lost and bored out of my mind. But like living up here has given me a little bit more of opportunity to like get away to something really quick. Like I can go down the street. There's things to do over there. Or I can go like window shop at REI for 2 hours just to get out of the house. And that's something to like keep in your back pocket if you're just like, man, I want some space.
Yeah. But I will say like for the question of what does that look like in a marriage?
Yeah.
Fuck, here I go again. Okay, now people are gonna pay attention to it. I'm just gonna cut this part out.
Don't listen to Jess.
Don't listen to me. Where was I? I'm just gonna.
How does it look in a marriage? How's it look in a marriage?
Yeah, for us, it's just I'm fucking sick of looking at your
face.
You
gotta say it though.
Truly, I'm not afraid to tell him that, and if I need to go,
maybe don't say you don't like looking at my face.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I say this to Britt. Britt can relate. She's like, I stare at your face longer than I look at my own face. Like I know you better than I know my own features of myself at that point.
No, but like saying it's funny and also real, and then it like sometimes forces you to mix it up. Like maybe we're sick of each other because we're watching Ozark for 12 straight hours. Like let's go play a game.
Something.
Yeah, let's go do something.
Joe will try to do that, and that's something that you do when I'm in like my February blues. Yeah, he'll be like, let's go do something. You want to get out of the house? And I think I had to tell you this because it was starting to get bad. I had to tell you, I'm like, you have to push it. Like you have to. I know you're.
I was really misreading that.
I was like, you can offer it all you want, but I'm not going to leave the couch, like, or I'm not going to do anything because I just don't have the motivation to do it. So I'm like, you just need to be a little more pushy so that I can do something.
Well, there's times I was like, please say no. Let's keep watching movies. Hey, do you want to go get a bite to eat? Like, please say no, please say no. Please say no. Sure.
I did.
Fuck.
I did. No, I did say no. Okay, there's one more question before we get to the meat, which is good. Advice for people on dating apps. And more than one person asked us this.
Really?
Fuck dating apps. No, I'm just kidding. No. They're great. Obviously, it's how we met. I honestly have been out of the game. I don't know how.
It's been a minute.
I don't know how. I mean, I know how they work, obviously, but I can give you advice from the time that I was doing them, and I swiped right, did all the dates that I could with people.
So many dates.
Yeah, I just embraced it. I feel like if you're brave enough to get on there, just put yourself out there and get after it. Get after it. I mean, what's the worst you could do? It's winter, it's shitty outside. Go get some social interaction, get a little buzz, get some good food, and call it a night.
No, I mean, I know that dating apps are hard. I know that people that use them still have the same I guess, like annoyance that some of us had when we were on them. But I also like stand for them. Like, I think they work. I think they're the perfect millennial tool for dating, because millennials are, maybe I'm just, because I'm one of them, I think we're the greatest generation ever. But I think like we're the perfect balance between like introverts and extroverts, where like you want to put yourself out there, but you want that protection of control. And dating apps kind of give that to you. Like Jess said, I was on a few of them. I went on quite a few dates. I met some really great people. Others were just a really rough night that just like things didn't click. I can't hide it. And I'm sure the reason they didn't click, because I was super goofy. Like, how many times can you go get coffee with a girl at 7:00 at night? Like, what was I thinking? But
also, you were a big coffee guy.
I know. Because I was uncomfortable with the bar scene. I thought that was a safe place.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I was like, let's go drink our faces off.
No, but like what I was just, this is the last advice I'll give for dating apps. And I think it's just like, if you're on them, like try to break the mold. I don't know how many times I probably sent this question or like received this question. Like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite color? It's just yes or no answers. Like, give yourself a little something. Like, ask a question personal. Why'd you choose your job? Or why are you doing that this weekend? Or like, what were your plans last month?
Inquisitive questions.
Don't ask what were your plans last month. I don't know where that came from.
What were your plans?
That's a weird fucking question. You're not gonna get a response.
Where were you on the night
That's a straight ticket to Ghost Train. Where were you on the night of it? No, also clearly don't take advice from dating apps from me. Oh my God.
I know. It's hard because we've been out, but I know that I feel like from TikTok, I've seen that it's hell out there right now for everybody. And it's tough terrain, if you will. And everyone's like opens up with like one-liners, like very witty. Like that's clever. That's the culture of dating apps right now, from what I understand. So I don't know. I was never witty. I was like trying to be cute. I don't know.
There is nothing. I mean, this really is tough. And I know I've probably been in the position where I've done it, but like ghosting sucks. Like, maybe it feels like canceling plans.
You guys.
But it is a dirty move. The best not breakup, but like went on like 3 dates. She was a really great person. I thought we were going to have fun. And she was just so like strong about it. Like, hey, yeah, I had a great time. You're super funny, but I really just didn't have a connection with you. And that was the best text to get, rather than just the non-response. Like,
I was a ghoster, ghost rider. I was.
Wait, you were the ghoster?
Oh, I would ghost people.
Oh man, re-download the app and apologize to everybody.
Hell no. They're all probably
no. You don't know
now.
that. You don't know that.
But for real, I was. But that's me not being able to like handle confrontation or like letting people down. It's the people pleaser in me.
Oh, I hear you.
But I will say this now, from someone who's trying to work on these boundaries, and from someone who works in a business where I get ghosted. Like, my clients will ghost me, and I find it to be like the worst thing. Let's just stop. 2022. Let's just stop ghosting people. Let's just tell them how we actually feel.
But I mean, even that, just like give some type of closure. Like, you don't need to be like, oh man, like that was the worst date of my life. You don't need to say that.
Give some like false hope.
No, just be like, hey, like things didn't really click. Shout out to that girl for. I wish I would have screenshotted that text and like shared it with you guys, because it was so kind, so honest, and made it so easy.
When was that?
Huh?
You're like, I wish I would have screenshotted and saved it for my audience. That was before
knowing I'd be
me.
a guest on a podcast 7 years later. No, that was probably, I mean, it was 2016, 2017. Before I met you.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'll give you this.
Into the meat.
I'll give you this meat. This meat stick.
Remember when we didn't eat meat?
Yeah.
I need to go back.
Joe and I were vegetarians
guys,
for a while.
I felt so healthy.
Yeah, were the poops good?
Everything was good. I felt good. I'm not, eat what you want. Like, know your body. Clearly, I'll say this, meat does not go well with me, but I still eat it because I'm an idiot. But I'm going to learn.
Yeah, one day.
Convenience to it.
It was, yeah. It was really hard. And you can fall into that trap. Like, it's not always healthier.
Oh, no. We were eating dumb meals as vegetarians, too.
Okay, someone asked us a naughty question, Joey.
A what question?
A naughty.
A naughty.
They said... Kelly, she knows she's listening. She would love to listen to this stuff.
No, she doesn't listen to this.
She's funny though. Okay, best sex, worst sex. LMAO is the question.
Oh man.
We weren't going to talk about it, but we're here to talk about it. We got to give the people what they want. Jizz.
Fun. Best romantic moment. I'll say that.
Was it romantic? Are you going to say what I think you're going to say?
Luigi's.
I don't know if we already told this on the pod, but
this is wild.
We were so new to the relationship, and we're like, let's act like strangers and meet up.
It was like kind of joked about, like in the car.
But why did we full send it?
Full send, dude.
Like we went
fake
all
names, fake backgrounds.
That is so wild because I would do that with you now.
Yeah, but we would just laugh the whole time.
But I was like I was so committed to the cause.
But I think both of us were like, wait, is she still going? I didn't want to give up. But then you were probably like, is he still going? I'm not going to give up.
I think it's kind of, yeah, because
Guys,
it was so crazy.
it was intense.
It was very intense.
Now, it wasn't anything weird. It was just like strangers meeting at a bar at night. I mean, it wasn't gross, but it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was but it's like you would think that we're like freaky fun like that. We haven't done shit like that since.
I think we have a good sex life.
We do. I would say yes. But I mean, like, we haven't like.
Oh, no, we have not like role played. The massage.
Wait.
Massage. That was full me. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, you went full character.
I don't know
that.
why, but you also weren't really in character, so it was weird.
No, I was. I feel like I was. Joe's my masseuse.
I'm really good at giving massages. It really did start as just like a massage.
And then it just got hot and heavy, and then you went like, how do you like this?
Let's not reenact it right now.
In the honey.
Was
honey. That the same situation?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, mix it up. We should probably.
We should mix it up a bit.
Yeah. I'm not saying go to a bar and pretend we're strangers. Because there was a moment where you're like, well, I really want to get out of this. Like, I want to just be back to us. Mm-hmm. So, like, you got to find your balance there. But, like, that was pretty intense.
It was really intense and fun.
Yeah, it was different.
Okay, worst sex. Aside from what? Pickle getting a big old lick of your ass?
Stop.
Oh.
Wait, you guys really did talk about that?
Yes.
Serious.
Yeah,
guys, I'm
knows.
so sorry.
Everyone here knows.
I'm not a gross person.
A dog licking your ass doesn't make you a gross person.
But, like,
she said,
it's been a couple weeks. Pickle and we haven't even looked at each other.
You won't look at her. You're like, you know me too well.
She was like, I wish I didn't. Pickle's been outside for like, what I say is like she loves the winter so much because they're huskies. Like we can't get them to come in.
No,
but, like,
she doesn't come in. She's
traumatized. She's PTSD out there.
God.
Poor pup. No, worst sexual experience. I hate the guys. This is the worst. You couldn't. I mean, there's not a romantic author. There's not a movie director. There's nobody who could write a hotter scene than Jess and I's first camping trip in Mohican.
Yeah.
In a tent. The sun like just went down, and it was the hardest rain I can remember.
It rained for us, like putting up our tent, which was a shit show. But like once it was like downpour, and it was gonna rain all night. So we just set up shop. We're like, okay, we're in the tent for the night, and
like rain on a tent, like the best sound on earth.
But like, what are we gonna do for 6 hours until it's bedtime? So we were like gonna play cards and
we had music going in the tent.
Yeah, and I was playing like the hottest jams.
And holy shit, did I misread?
I was making moves. I was doing little. What did you say that I do every time I want to have sex?
So
I rub your back. I never.
I love back rubs and
I'll rub right
arm
on his
scratches.
Neck. That's the only time I do it.
And then I'm like, oh, like
she's into this.
Just making a move right now because I'm getting back rubs. No, but this is like. I mean, Jess put it all on. Like the rain's coming down on the tent.
I was snuggling
so cozy
up.
in there.
I was trying to kiss him. He's like, "Oh, I'm so bloated." He's like, "Oh, my stomach really hurts." I'm like, "Oh my god, is he like?"
Time out.
I'm like, "Are you dogging me? Like, are you? Is this not what you want?"
I didn't read it, and we ate pizza.
We did eat pizza.
I was That's the most embarrassing moment of to be like, this could be the hottest sex of my life, and I ate too much fucking pizza that I'm bloated and can't move.
You're lost, buddy. But I was really upset. I was like, man, that really could have been a moment.
Yeah, my bad.
But I was in the tent, so she could have licked your ass. So
I'm really sorry. Also, we don't ruin our dogs. Like, our dogs are not always involved.
Our dogs are not just licking our private parts at all times. But they are in the bedroom at a time or two.
We'll go camping again someday.
Okay, babe. We are an hour in.
Into the thick of it?
Into the thick of it. Okay, guys, we have the meat. And we can fly through the meat a little bit. I mean, we'll cliff notes.
It's really focused.
It is. And we wanted to talk about independence in your relationship and talk about the importance of that. It's something I value in our relationship. I feel like it's important in most relationships, and it could be, pretty much make or break, in my opinion. But I feel like a relationship should always keep the other inspired to be better people. And
that's a good point.
Yeah, and just like being too dependent on each other, number one, could be pretty toxic. Like, codependency is tough to navigate.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But it also could be like pretty draining, energetically draining,
emotionally
draining
for two people
exactly.
At some points, and that's hard.
Exactly. So we have some tips. Yeah. Some tip of the dick.
The what's the tip of the dick. And the what, the why, the who, the how.
Yeah. So I noted something when I was doing my research. You have more to offer to someone else when you're a whole. So this is something Joe and I kind of talk a lot about.
That's really good.
Yeah. When your cup. So I use this analogy a little.
It's a good,
but
analogy.
A little different.
All right, go ahead.
But yeah, so it's like, I use the analogy, if my cup is full, that means like I am drained, like I've put too much. But if like your cup is empty and you're being able to try new things and do things that you want to do, you're feeling more comfortable as your unique self. And that way you're able to give more to the people around you, including that person in your relationship. Just like take care of you first.
Yeah.
That's
really good. No, I think that's a really good point. Take care of you first so you can give the best version of yourself to your partner. I tried to like focus on like, wait, why do I think encouraging some sense of independence is important? And what I was able to like isolate is that in most dating situations, especially now that we're in the 2020s, in most cases, both of you are coming from entirely different places. Now, if you met your partner in high school or in college, like that's fantastic because you have access to a part of them that some couples don't. But in Jess and I's situation, like we had two entirely separate lives that have never crossed paths. So when we combine those, I mean, that's two individuals who have had these life experiences, who have had these goals that they set like individually. In what world would it be healthy to sacrifice a part of that? Well, I shouldn't say it like that. In what world would it be healthy to get rid of that independence just because you meet somebody? Like you should work together to encourage the special parts of that independence and to boost that. More specifically, what were their goals before they met you? Do those goals change? Are they healthy goals? And when you combine two separate lives, I think it's important to consider that. Not in a way, I don't want to come in a way that I'm saying like, don't sacrifice, because I think sacrificing is the most important thing in a relationship. But the most. Having sacrifices, I think that's huge. But that's another topic. What I'm saying is it's important to hone in on what your partner's individual hopes are and what drives them, and encourage them to continue to explore that.
That's good, Joe.
Thanks, Jess.
I keep saying, I feel like, but
I feel. Is it me? Am I the drama?
Am I the drama? No, the one thing that really stood out about Joe when I first started dating him was the way that he really truly gave a shit about my goals, my passions, the things that I like to do. And he like nailed them in. Like you should go for this. I mean, I know you guys have heard this story before, but if it really weren't for Joe and some other people along the way, and I give myself credit as well.
Absolutely. It's you.
No, but if they didn't like push me to do photography, I really wouldn't be where I'm at. But it was one of the coolest attributes you had in the way that you stood out from like other guys that I've dated, that you just like really wanted for me to pursue that stuff.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was notable. And that's why I thought that this was a good topic for us.
It is. And it's not just like, it's not just careers. Like before I met Jess, I had a really specific career goal that I wanted to get. And unfortunately, before I met Jess, like I wasn't making the best career choices and like wasn't really like finding that right work ethic or like drive to get there. And I can remember like really small conversations as we started to date at dinner or when we hung out, and that type of encouragement, like, I mean, within a couple months, I was like, holy shit, I'm about to get this position. And then I got that position. Like the goal I set when I was in high school until I met you, did it become like available to me. And it wasn't because like you were like, oh, Joe, you can do anything, but you were just really specific and like, oh, like, hey, I know this is important to you. So like when you wake up today, like put in that work. And it wasn't a type of relationship that would drain you. Like, oh, like all of our attention is isolated here. So we start to slip up on other things. I think when we met each other, if anything, like we kicked it up a notch on some of our individual goals, which is crazy.
I know. We achieved a lot in a short amount of time. We also ran a half marathon together, and we're not runners, and we're not that running couple. We're not the family who runs 5Ks on Thanksgiving.
I really, really want to be that family.
You know, maybe someday in the past, but
just because those families are
just
cool.
trying to paint a picture of like, that's not who we are.
No,
but I
not,
think
guys.
in that time of our lives when we were first dating, we were just so motivated by each other that we did a lot in a short amount of time. It was like, I want to do things. I want to achieve goals with you. And like, he just got this huge promotion. I'm quitting my job and starting my own business, like cold turkey. And it was
intense.
It was, but it was like, it really was an awesome time. And I feel like obviously it brought us closer together, but
then, and that's exactly what you just said. Like at some point you still find your balance. We're not just like, I'm off doing this, she's off doing that. We're such a power couple, because I think that runs its course as well. And at some point you find your balance, hopefully, where you're like, okay, we're both comfortable with what we've been achieving. And then you can start to either find new goals for yourself and still have that encouragement from your partner, or like Jess and I have done in this last year, like we've set some really intense goals together, and we weren't afraid of that conversation and goal setting and pushing each other because we did it when we started off. So now we're working on this budget. We're building this idea of a house. And we're not afraid to have those convos because we know we're both okay with hearing each other's encouragement to push each other. Mm-hmm. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely. I also feel like we are at a different pace than we were when we first started, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you guys know honeymoon stage. I'm sure everyone can relate. And now we're married. So
yeah,
our goals look different, and it's not as crazy and fun and huge promotions and starting our own thing. So I feel like we are at a challenge too. So as we are giving you this advice, we're taking it ourselves.
Yeah, we're definitely like really learning, and this topic forced more conversations like this.
Yeah, I agree.
I think one of the, sorry if I'm interrupting.
I wasn't.
No, like one of the better examples is like, I go through like really intense phases of like, okay, I'm locked in, I'm working out, I'm doing my journal, I am eating really healthy. And in the past, there's been times, almost every time I'll slip, I'll last 2-3 weeks and I'll really crash and I'll put the weight back on or not feel comfortable with my body the way I want it to be. And Jess hasn't hesitated to be like, hey, Joe, like, I know you were really loving how you felt last week. What were some of those things that were making you feel so good? So I was like, oh, I was doing my journal every night. Oh, I ate a healthy dinner. I didn't get fast food. And like just having that freedom to not call me out, but make me recognize what individual things were driving me makes me that better person. Mm-hmm. So in this last couple months, January through the middle of February, I've had that intensity where I really feel good. And then on weekends when I fall off, Jess is just a good reminder of like, oh man, like you were in such a good health space like last week. I hope you get back there because I was happy for you. And that's such a good drive to have in your partner.
Yeah, I agree. It's like motivating each other.
Yeah.
And promoting that journey outside of yourself. And that kind of brings me to my next point, which is find new hobbies and learn new things.
Preach. I'm the hobby king. Go ahead, Jess.
He is the hobby king, and I brought this up specifically, and it's not a bad thing, but I just feel like, what is like the meaning of life besides finding love and finding your person or whatever? But it's always learning new things and being a better person. And how do you do that besides hobbies or picking something up? And, I keep saying learning something new, but for lack of better words. But that's what we do. That was stage we're in right now, I guess you could say.
But doesn't that feel good to be like, okay, like I'm comfortable in this relationship. I'm craving something for myself. And you don't have the fear of talking to your partner like, oh, I don't want to take away, not necessarily time, but maybe attention to a relationship. I can't even tell you guys like how many hobbies I've gone through in the 4 years with Jess, like metal detecting. I went through a phase where I wanted to skateboard in my 30s, and I've never skateboarded. It wasn't going to go well. Golf. Yeah. Golf is a new one.
What else?
Board games.
It's a lot. It's hard to keep up with.
And
sometimes.
You're so supportive, but you're also like, hey, like, Joe, I know your balance. Like, I know where your boundaries are, and it's okay to have that conversation.
Well, that took some time to get to.
It did. But just, I think finding a partner that recognizes when you need something for yourself doesn't shy away from making you go and get that. That's so important. Oh, no.
Say.
I'm sorry.
Also another tip of the day, when you feel like things are just getting slow and you guys are just kind of depending on each other, like spicing things up with learning new things, like, or let's say you learn something new together or do something new together. Like that's what kind of keeps the spark alive. Like new conversations. If you guys are just doing the same thing every day, there ain't shit to talk about. So like introducing new hobbies and new things,
I really like that.
Would bring people closer together as well. I think
one of the things, this is so small, but it really is like a big part for Jess and I. So like growing up, there was certain games that like either my family had taught me or my friends had taught me. And when Jess and I, like in these winter dull times, like teaching her more stuff about yourself, like, oh, hey, Jess, I used to play this game called Rummy. And like such a simple, like, why don't you learn this about me? Let's introduce this into our relationship. And we fucking love it.
Now it's a tradition.
Yeah, like breaks up your week a little bit. And it's not always just Rummy. Like we've played other games, like a card game called Golf. Shout out to Carrie for teaching us that. And a bunch of other things. But like you're comfortable in having your individuality and then bringing that individuality into your partner to see if they enjoy that as well. And if they don't, like, it's okay. I metal detect on my own. Jess does not go with me.
Yeah.
And she loves that. I bring home the dumbest shit.
What was that show that we would watch? He's like, oh,
Diggers, man.
Diggers. Oh, what
Diggers.
What would they say when they get it though?
Oh, roundness. If they find a coin.
Oh, roundness.
Roundness. If you find a coin while you're metal detecting, you're supposed to say roundness.
Like, you gotta get on your knees real quick and start digging.
You don't know what I found a penny one time from the 1930s, guys. I called my father-in-law because I thought he'd be proud of me, and he was so kind about it.
You call my dad?
I sent him a text of me holding the penny because he got me the metal detector for Christmas.
Oh my! Yeah. You were like, roundness.
Look at it. I said, Jess, take a picture of me. Roundness, 1938.
Oh, he's like, yeah, they made 1 million of those, Joe.
Like, it's still worth a penny.
Is that what he said?
No, to be honest, I think he just gave me a thumbs up, which was worse.
Oh, that is way worse. Okay, guys, here are some tip of the dicks. I've been giving a few, but I feel like these are just kind of short and sweet.
Go ahead. Hit him.
Tip of the dick number 1, spend time alone. This is definitely a way to promote independence. I think I've talked about this on the pod before. Joe and I, sometimes, not all the time, during the night, he stays downstairs and watches TV.
It's huge for us.
And I go upstairs and TikTok or read or listen to music or bullshit. But that's like an alone time outside of like us running errands and doing other things.
And both doing something that's important to me. Like TV and my movies, like it's Oscar season. I'm really locked in, guys. Jess can go upstairs and do her thing, and I'm comfortable with myself and knowing she's okay up there. That's a really good tip of the dick.
Yeah, and it just allows
Dick tip.
Dick tip.
Hey, good dick tip there, man.
Hey, thank you.
Goes both ways.
Thank you.
Nice cock.
Nice cock. Nice tip over there, Joey.
Go ahead, Jess. Sorry. Next tip.
No, I feel like alone time, even if it's in the car, I feel like it promotes reflection on your life. And I don't know. That's kind of what I do in my alone time. With your partner, things are happy, your serotonin's going, and you just don't allow for those. They could be some dark thoughts, deep thoughts that you just might not have with your partner when you're with them all the time and keeping busy. So I feel like it's important to take a peek in.
Take a peek.
And just
Look
reflect.
in the noggin.
And just reflect on some things. Like, I don't know if you're doing some crazy reflection and you're like, I don't have hobbies. That's a shitty feeling. But then we pivot and we get a new hobby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also feel like spending time alone gives you a chance to miss each other. And that's a great feeling because I hated you over the weekend, or I was getting sick of you. And then we spent 24 hours apart, or you went to work and I was like, damn, I fucking miss him.
That dude's low-key kind of cool.
He's all right. He's got a nice cock.
Stop.
Okay.
He's got nice tips of relationship advice.
Okay. Also, here's another tip of the dick, which I gave in a previous episode, but I am manifesting it. It's main character energy.
Oh, I love this.
Yes.
I suck at this, but this is good.
It's just take your life as if you are the main character. And I mean, put on those songs that you see in movies, drive to a coffee shop, go to a coffee shop, sit down by yourself and read a book. That is such main character energy. Also, bring your AirPods and walk around for a little bit to, different places. I don't know. I feel like cultivating that.
I love that.
I feel like that's enough to get someone out of depression.
Yeah.
Or just do shit for the sake of doing shit. Yeah. That's main character energy. Learn new things.
I love that. I have two. The first one really quick, be comfortable in the silence. Jess and I both picked up reading recently. Seemed to like it.
We seem to like it. It's doing good for us.
Books are kind of cool.
Books are all right. This is a season of books,
Yeah,
February.
And we're so comfortable both checking into that and just reading. And it's different rooms or different places. Jess goes to coffee shops and reads. It's just it's okay to sit next to each other and not carry the weight of conversation or your relationship all the time. You can check out into your own project. My other one is...
It's basically just reading and farting. That's the silence. That's what it is, Joe. Tell them the truth.
Next topic.
Okay.
No, I think my last tip will be your work is your work, and be proud of that. You don't need to carry it home. I think such an escape is devoting my time to what I have going on at work and not carrying that home and putting it in front of our relationship, because then it all starts to blend together. So when I do step away from the house or I am working on something, that's such a Joe project. And Jess does the same thing. When Jess is editing, that's kind of an atmosphere that I shouldn't interrupt, because now I'm a part of her work, and that's not always entirely healthy. Now, bringing her some sandwiches, or I don't know why I said sandwiches, bringing her food.
Make me a sandwich, bitch.
I do, bringing you coffee or making you lunch. That's not interrupting the workflow.
No.
But really stepping into it, I think making sure we both have that private life when it comes to work. Is that a weird phrase?
No, that was really good.
Yeah. Those are probably
Maybe you
my
should
two.
take your advice on that sometime. Joe's let me troubleshoot this with you. And I'm like,
I have no
if
idea what I'm doing.
I were to explain to you what was going on, I would have to teach you. And that's...
No, and that's the conversation I had to learn.
yeah,
I should probably not interject into Jess's
We love your will to help, Joe, but...
It's fear of not helping sometimes, which sucks.
I'm aware of what it is. All right, guys. More importantly, guys, you should help each other grow individually in the relationship. That is the key.
Yeah, you still got yourself. Of course I love Jess, and I love what we're becoming, but I love me too. And I know Jess preaches that all the time. Not the whole self-love genre, but...
No, but it's so true. It's you can't love I mean, and I refrain from saying this because I feel like people know this. It's like, you can't love other people if you haven't loved yourself.
Yes.
Like,
and that takes work.
Absolutely. Like, there's been times where, like, I felt really shitty, like, in the months of February and, you know, seasonal depression. It's like, our relationship suffers because of that. So it's take care of you first, and then you'll have the capacity to love and, you know, take care of the people around you.
I'm going to really think about that main character energy.
You like that?
I really do. And like, I struggle with that.
Take it on.
That's cool. Go to the art museum.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
You're the main character.
Guys,
live the life you want to fucking live.
You know what we have in Cleveland? And I don't know why no one's fucking talking about this. Do you know who lives in Cleveland?
Who?
At the Natural History Museum.
Our king.
The king himself. Balto. The actual Balto who saved all those kids. His body.
They stuffed him.
He's stuffed. And he's...
What do you call that? Taxidermy?
Yeah, he's taxed.
He's taxed.
Balto's 5 minutes down the road from
Bro
us.
is taxed, and he wants you to go see him. So I'm coming for you, King. Balto, thank you for your service.
Thank you for everything you did.
Shout out.
That's main character energy. I'm gonna go spend time with Balto.
Main character energy is sitting next to him with, like, drawing him or something.
I'm just gonna teach everybody who walks by like I'm the Balto expert.
Just like, this is Balto, everybody. It's like you're the tour guide.
It's actually pronounced Balto.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
We love you. Thank you for being here, Joe,
Joey,
Jizz, Bobs, everything. Yeah, I'm happy that we almost didn't fight before we came on the pod. It was a close call.
It was a little stressed. It was a long day.
Yeah, but
no, thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, I really love being on here. The questions that your guests have, I know I said it, but they're so good.
They're very good.
So keep up the good work, everybody. And thanks for listening to me ramble.
Absolutely. You guys, this has been For Better and Worse podcast. And we out.